Hi, hello, good evening, welcome back to my unique space. Today we are gonna discuss the history of English language mainly for PG students, and let's start with the topic Indo-European language family. And before moving to the class, please to subscribe my channel and support me. Then let's get started. As you all know, there are several language families in the world. A language family is a group of related language that can trace its beginnings back to a common historical ancestor. Early European philologists had noticed similarities in the vocabulary and grammar of English, German, Dutch, Flemish, and the Scandinavian languages. Similarly, Romance languages such as Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, and French shared many common features. Then, further investigation revealed that the Germanic languages and the Romance languages were distinctly related. Initially, it was assumed that there are languages belong to a language family confined to Europe. However, in 1786, Sir William Jones made the starting observation to the Asiatic Society of Calcutta that Sanskrit shared many linguistic features with Latin and Greek. To reflect the vast geographical extent of this language family, it was named the Indo European language family. The last hypothetical parent family was termed Proto Indo European language, that is PIE and IE. The evidence of common vocabulary among the IE, that is Indo European language, for winter, snow, freezing, cold, honey, wool, frost, beer, pine tree, etc., suggested that the Indo-European family of languages originated somewhere in southwestern Russia. Solar assumption, okay, the original homeland, England, would be in the land and not in a coastal area, as there is no common word for the sea. These all are the indications, or these all are the examples. Okay, and the original, apart from that, these all are the evidence. The original speaker of PIE would have lived together in about 4000 BC. Then between 3000 BC and 2000 BC, they dispersed in four directions. As the years passed, dialectal differences began to appear, but as centuries passed, the language of migrating groups began to develop into different languages. Linguistic today identify Linguistics today identify different languages group that developed from BIE. These 10 branches are Italic, Germanic, Anatolia, then Tocharian, Celtic, Hellenic, Balto-Slavic, Albanian, Armenian, and Indo-Iranian. These all are the languages, 10 branches of languages, and these 10 branches of PIE can be categorized into two groups known as centum and satem. This is a very important part of this paper and or this topic, and please to study this very carefully. This division division is based on how the PIE developed. That is, in the centum languages, the K, that is the K sound, remained unchanged. But in the satem languages, it became a alveolar fricative. That's the classification of this. And the languages that comes under satem languages are Balto-Slavonic languages, then Albanian, then Armenian, then Indo-Iranian languages. Finally, then Italic, Germanic, East Germanic, North Germanic, and West Germanic, Anatolian, Then Celtic and Hellenic comes under Centum languages. Then we can move to Satem languages with Balto-Slavic languages. And these languages that fall into this branch are spoken from the Baltic coast to Eastern Europe. Next one is Albanian. This branch has comparatively few speakers, but it is recognized as a separate branch owing to its unique qualities. It is spoken in a small area in southern Europe to the northwest of Greece. Next one is Armenian. And Armenian was once thought to be derived from the Iranian branch, but it was given the status in a separate branches later, because the similarities with Iranian was due only because Armenians were under the Persian rule for many centuries. As of Albanian, the Armenian branch has comparatively few speakers. Today, the Armenian lives in the southeast Black Sea. And the last of the Satem languages is Indo-Iranian, and this is considered as the largest branch of PIE. The India and Iranian branches are grouped together as there is of a common linguistic ancestor. It is believed that the two subgroups lived together on the Iranian plateau for many centuries. Then, one segment broke away and migrated further eastwards, descending into the Indian subcontinent as the Aryans. Then Iranian branch moved to or gave to the ancient languages of Old Persian. Avestan is preserved in sacred book of Zoroastrians. Then the languages derived from Old Persian are Farsi, Baluchi, then Pashto, etc. Then the primary language of Indian branch is Sanskrit, and the form of Sanskrit used in Vedas is called Vedic Sanskrit. From classical Sanskrit are derived many Indian languages such as Bengali, Assamese, Punjabi, Rajasthani, Gujarati, Marathi, Bihari, Konkani, Nepali, etc. And Romani is spoken by European gypsies. That's all about Indo-Iranian languages. Then we can move to Sendem languages, and the first one is Italic. The Italian peninsula once had known Indian, Indo-European, Etruscan, but eventually Latin became the dominant language. Latin is an Indo-European language. Then continuing, the language that derived from Italian are French, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Romanian, etc. As Latin was a language of Rome, above languages are collectively called the Romance languages. Next language of this Sendem languages is Germanic language, and one of the Indo-European migrant communities settled in northwestern Europe. And their language eventually evolved into a Proto-Germanic, a hypothetical language whose existence is confirmed only by means of reconstruction by linguists. The language is derived from Proto-Germanic, fallen into three groups, that is East Germanic, North Germanic and West Germanic. The principal language of East Germanic was Gothic. It is more extinct to North Germanic speakers settled in Scandinavian, and the common language at one time was Old Norse or Scandinavian. It is from Old Norse that modern languages as Swedish, Norwegian, Danish are derived, etc. are derived, and the speakers of First Germanic moved westwards towards the Atlantic and North Sea coast. It is from West Germanic language that the modern language such as English, Dutch, Flemish, German, etc. are derived. And in the first part of the video, I mentioned that the East Germanic, North Germanic, and West Germanic as a separate branch of Sandem language, but it was not like that. It is a branch or a subdivision of Germanic language. Then we can move to another language of Centum languages, that is Anatolian. This branch includes the language spoken by Hittite civilization that exists in Anatolia in ancient times. Today, the site of modern Turkey. Then all the Anatolian languages are extincted. So sad, right? Then moving to Celtic languages. Celtic is a common or it's not an unknown language, right? Then the Celtic languages were once spoken across Europe, but later they were driven back by speakers of other Indo-European language. Today, the Celtic language were confined to Britain and northwestern France. The Celtic languages are Irish, Scottish, then Welsh, and Briton. And as you all know, this was the old language of the, the people of Britain or Britain. It was not right known those days. Then we can move to Hellenic language. The speakers of this branch settled in Greece sometimes after 2000 BC, and then five dialects developed. Attic, the dialects of Athens, gained supremacy by 500 BC due to the political power of Athens. Modern Greek language is descended from Attic dialect. That's all about Indo-European language family, and we will be seeing with another video soon. And please don't depend on not only for these videos, because you have to work or search in very broad way. So this all are a short summary of the things that you need only for a exam or just to pass the exam. This will help you only for that. So for your further development, you have to read and find out things. That's all. Then bye bye. Thank you.